Hello, good morning, or good evening whenever you are watching this. I hope you are doing well. My name is Catherine, and today I am doing the chocolate book tag. I was tagged by the absolutely fantastic, amazing Kim over at Bookmarks and Breadsticks. Go check out her channel. She posts incredible videos about books, about books, but about food books, food-related books, lots of cool nonfiction books, which is something new and different here on BookTube. Me and her are also doing a buddy read this month. We are reading Julie and Julia together. I have seen the movie, never read the book. I really want to, though, and we might be hosting a live show when we are done with the book, so be sure to keep your eye out for that. So today I'm doing a little bit of a twist on this book tag. Right now I am currently at my parents' house, and in my childhood bedroom it looks a little different than when I was a teen. But there were a lot more posters on the wall. I figured I would actually do this tag using books that I had left here. I have quite a few books left over from like middle school and high school that I still wanted to keep, but I didn't necessarily want to bring over to my house because I just don't have enough room on my shelves there. So I am doing this tag entirely with books that I read in middle school and high school. Question number 1 is Dark Chocolate, and it is a book that covers like dark themes and topics. One with some pretty dark topics is Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. I haven't read a ton of Sarah Dessen, but I remember this one being one of my favorites. It's about a girl who's like a model, and everything seems great on the surface, and then of course things start to fall apart. She loses one of her best friends. Her sister is like struggling with an eating disorder. It's a lot. But of course she meets Owen, who is this music obsessed guy from school, and they start to connect through music. And he kind of shows her how music can be there when you are feeling down, when you need some encouragement. I remember it being a fantastic book. Of course, I do have to put content warning on here for eating disorders and talk of sexual assault, I believe. I do also put a link to a website that talks about books and potential trigger warnings, so be sure to check out that website. Next is White Chocolate, and that is a favorite like humorous and lighthearted book. I may hate white chocolate, it's not real chocolate, nothing you can say will convince me otherwise, but I do love lighthearted books. For this one I'll say Roller Girl by Victoria Jamieson. It is a super cute graphic novel about a girl who wants to join a roller derby team. It is so cute, it's very fun, and it made me want to do roller derby, but I am terrified of falling. Question number 3 is Milk Chocolate, and that is a book that has a lot of hype and you are dying to read. And for this one I'll say The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. I would say this has a lot of recent hype, but I feel like so many people have read it, especially like as a kid. I feel like this is definitely a big childhood book, and for some reason I just never got to it. I know there's like something to do with like this girl, so it's Lyra, and she has a familiar, is kind of like everyone in this world has a familiar, and that's kind of like their soul. I don't know. I feel like I need to read it because I feel like I missed out on something. Number 4 is Chocolate with a Caramel Center, and it is a book that made you feel all gooey on the inside when reading it. For me, I remember loving this book, Old Magic by Marion Curley. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so what I remember about this book is, so it's this girl named Kate. I believe her family is like a family of witches, but she goes to like a normal school and everything, but they're like the town witches. I believe they're like, she's a bit of an outcast because people are like, oh, her family's weird, and this new guy, what's his name, Jared comes in, and suddenly like something happens and there is a thunderstorm in the classroom, and Kate believes that he has like magic powers as well. It is a romance. They go back in time at one point, I'm pretty sure they end up in like the Middle Ages. I don't remember how they get there, but I'm pretty sure that is part of it. And I think maybe Jared has like a generational type curse on him and his family. They're trying to figure out how this curse happened. Yeah, I remember loving it. I remember thinking that the romance was super swoon-worthy. I can't tell you if that's true or not, but I loved it. If anyone else out there has read this book, let me know if it's actually good and if I should maybe reread it. Number 5 is Wafer-free Kit-Kat, and that is a book that surprised you. A book that I remember being surprised when I first read it, and then I actually reread it recently, and I was pleasantly surprised with how much I still loved it, was Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. I know what you're thinking, Catherine, you are a Libba Bray fangirl. How did this surprise you? Well, when I first picked this up, I hadn't read a ton by Libba Bray. I think I only read A Great and Terrible Beauty. And looking at the cover, it doesn't look like a book that I would like. I definitely had a little bit of not like other girls syndrome in high school. So a book like this that looks like this doesn't seem like something that I would enjoy. But I did. It is about a group of beauty queen contestants that crash land on an island. It is very satirical. It is basically a like female version of Lord of the Flies. And I remember being so surprised with how much I just totally love this book and how well it is written. Question number 6 is Snickers, and that is a book that you went totally nuts for, or are going totally nuts for, but for me it is past tense, and that is Song of the Sparrow by Lisa Ann Sandel. So this book is actually written in verse, so I don't know if you can see, it's written in verse, and it is a Lady of Shalott retelling. I can't tell you if this book, again, is actually any good, but I loved it when I was in like middle school. I am a big Anna Green Gables fangirl, so like as a result, I also love The Lady of Shalott. If you've read or seen Anna Green Gables, you know why. Yeah, I remember just being totally obsessed and loving that it was like in verse form. Wow, an entire book written like a poem. How cool, how unique. So I might reread this one because it is very short and like it's very large print. So I feel like I can get it read in like 2 hours, honestly. Number 7 is Hot Chocolate with Whipped Cream and Marshmallows, and that is a comfort read. Now, most of my comfort reads are at my house, but I had a second copy of a book, and that is Anna Green Gables. Yeah, Anna Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. This book I absolutely loved as a kid. I love this. I love the like Megan Follows miniseries, and the newest show on Netflix, and with an E, should have gotten renewed for a 4th season. I am still bitter about this. A lot of people find Anne very annoying. I get that, I understand that, but I too was an annoying child. She's just so like imaginative and comes up with these crazy schemes and also is so dramatic and like, me too, girl. Me too. I love this girl so much, and this is one of my favorite comfort reads. Right, and last but not least is number 8, and that is Box of Chocolates, and that is a series that you think has a little bit of something for everyone. I Tell You I Love You, But Then I'd Have to Kill You by Allie Carter. So this definitely reads as more middle grade, or on the younger side of young adult, but I remember loving these books. It is about Cam, who goes to a academy for spies. So it's just a bunch of teenage girls, I believe it's like 7th through 12th grade, going to spy school. There is romance, there's adventure. You get into like the last couple books and you're like, this took a wild turn. There are like government plots and conspiracies. I totally love these books. They're very cheesy. They're very typical like young adult, contemporary, but like also I wanted to go to a school for spies. I wouldn't do well, but I wanted to go. Alright, there you go. That is the chocolate book tag. Thank you once again, Kim, so much for tagging me in this. I'll be linking her video and everything down below, and please keep an eye out for when we do that live show. We're still planning things. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you see all my future videos. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, bye!